Dimitri van den Bergh for the World Match Play title.
Excuse me, Mr. DJ.
Yeah?
Could you play something with a beat?
What do you mean, something with a beat?
You know, something like a dance too.
Well, the future of the sport in Dimitri van den Bergh.
I came to start the party, cause I'm the party starter. So if that beat ain't knocking, let's get it knocking harder.
Boosters.
That is absolutely sensational. Nerves of tungsten from Van den Bergh. What a performance from dazzling Dimitri. He is purring like a Belgian cat. Ruthless, clinical. Brilliant from Dimitri van den Bergh. Incredible from the young Belgian.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You've joined us live on Sky Sports. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand final of the Betfred World Match Play, coming to you from the Winter Gardens, Blackpool! And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live, and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Belgium's #1, a two-time World Cup semi-finalist, a two-time back-to-back World Youth Champion. He is the reigning and defending Betfred World Match Play Champion, the Dreammaker, Dimitri van den Bergh. Taking part in his second World Match Play final, the former UK Open champion, the winner of 2 World Series events, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning European champion, the former World Cup champion, and the former champion of the world.
Wright up against Dimitri van den Bergh. And Peter Snakebite Wright has been mesmerising at times really this week in reaching his second World Matchplay final. There were victories over Danny Knocklett, Joe Cullen and Michael Smith, but that semi-final win over Michael van Gerwen last night was just absolutely spectacular. A 110 average, the highest in a World Match Play semi-final, and he just looked unplayable at times, really. But whatever happens here, what a defence of his title Dimitri van den Bergh has put up. He's put together a string of sensational displays this week. There was the win over Dave Chisnell, where he produced a second-round record number of 180s. There was the manner in which he blew the world champion and world number one, Gerwyn Price, away in the quarter-finals. And then, of course, there was last night as well, when he never really looked phased, when he was trailing Christopher Tyson 6-2 in the semi-finals, came back to him 15 of the next 18 legs. It has been some 9 days for both players at this year's World Match Play. But now it is time for the final. It is Dimitri van den Bergh up against Peter Wright in the company of John Part and Stuart Blake.
Thank you, Emma. History in the making in Blackpool in the final of the World Match Play 2021. Can Dimitri van den Bergh join an exclusive club, becoming just the 4th man to retain the World Match Play after Phil Taylor, Michael van Gerwen and Rob Harrington? And for Peter Wright, can he join an elite club winning the 2 biggest tournaments in world darts, the World Championship and the World Match Play, following in the footsteps of Taylor, Gary Anderson, Van Gerwen and Rob Cross? I think we're going to be changing the board before the game gets underway. But it was great to see 2 magnificent walk-ons and Dimitri van den Bergh conducting a full house to Peter Wright's walk-on. Little just settle the nerves, I'm sure, for both of them. Great friends. The lockdown lodger, Dimitri van den Bergh, who spent 3 months living with Peter Wright last year. But he's looked cool, hasn't he? He's got very cool on his throw. I have to say, both of them look pretty relaxed, John Park. We are expecting and hoping for one of the best World Match Play finals that we've seen.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of trying to compare in my own head as we went through the introductions and Emma was reading off their list of victories to get to the final. What was more impressive? Was it Dimitri's dismantling of Gerwyn Price, the world number 1, the world champ, or was it Peter Wright's dismantling of MVG, who, although he's only the world number 3 now, he's still the figure he is, and he still played very well. So, in my mind, what was the greater accomplishment? What was the better bashing? Can you compare the 2?
We are going to be in for something special. We are ready to go. Peter Wright, who played in a final and lost it. Look at that. Both with a brilliant percentage at the big treble. And that borne out by the fact that they have hit 69 180s between them. 38 for Van den Bergh, 31 for Peter Wright. The 2 great friends preparing to be great rivals for the next hour and a half, 2 hours here on this iconic Blackpool stage.
Yeah, with these guys, 180s aren't a luxury. It's a staple. It's part of their diet.
Here we go. Ken Bevins, our referee for the Betfred World Match Play final. Peter Wright against Dimitri van den Bergh.
All up.
And hush comes over the crowd as the action gets underway.
93.
Yeah, we can expect a more laid-back, slower approach to this game, and less of a pace. More chance for the nerves to build, though. More time to think.
First leg, first 180.
They found a board to his liking, apparently. And Dimitri, first leg, second 180. bull or 25?
Or
Yes, gets the 116 left. Which one would think is slightly easier than 121. Could be a 132 left.
96.
And it is.
116.
Well, explosive start to this final. Treble 19 needed. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. He thought it was in, so Dimitri's going to get a go at 132 in the opening leg of the
132.
So win the opening leg in 13 darts. Has to move, awkward. Before he could see, about double 12, and in she goes. That's a fabulous dart. And Peter Wright takes the opener on throw.
Yeah, solid enough 15 dart leg, but I think as this match progresses, that's going to seem pedestrian.
Only beaten Peter Wright twice in his career in 11 attempts, Dimitri van den Bergh. Both of those were on the floor. But whatever, it's been a wonderful defence of his match play title from the Belgian this week. He is 5th in the world. He wins here, he goes 4th in the world. Little doubt the two best players are in this final, John.
Oh, just by a mile. It's worked out perfectly that the best two in the week have actually met in the final on the week. It's not always the case.
71.
Well, we're going to see those special runs which we saw from both players in the semi-finals. Peter Wright reeling off 6 legs on the spin. Van den Bergh winning 8 against Ratajski to get himself in position to win the match.
140.
But you'll know, John, you come to a big game, a big final. You just want to hold your throw. First throw. It looks like that's going to happen.
You require 8.
Yeah, you just want to kind of hold your ground. Stand your ground. But it might not be the right way to go. Maybe it should just be attack. Don't be defensive. Need that double 4, though. Double 2. And leaves the madhouse should he get an opportunity.
Well, he was way off, wasn't he, really, with those 3. But Peter Wright's taken out some big finishes in this tournament. Another one of those. Oh, just a little kid taking it out. That'll be relief for Van den Bergh.
You require 2.
You talk about aggression. Got to be aggressive here.
Yeah, I think.
-4.
Cost him that time, though.
You require 44.
Early final nerves for Dimitri van den Bergh. 4 missed darts from the Belgian. No mistake from Peter Wright, who doubles his lead. Significant. Well, we were talking because he was so far ahead about it being a comfortable hole job, and what a piece. What damage does that do to Dimitri, I wonder?
Well, clearly discouraging to give up a 20-dart break.
100.
did mention in the lead-up, the build-up at the top of the show about how, you know, it's going to be awkward. It will be a little nervy intense due to the close nature of the relationship.
They really got on exceptionally well, and you know, Dimitri, in essence, became part of the Wright household. He was part of the family. Talking of which, a big boost for Peter Wright. His wife Jo is at the venue for the first time this week after successful operation on her back. There she is. Peter said if he got to the final, he would let her come out of rehab, and here she is. Is she going to be cheering on another big major winner for her husband? World champ, UK Open, the Masters, the European Championship. But to win the World Championship of the World Match Play is just extra special.
Well, Peter down to 62, and nothing Dimitri can do from 180 except for to hit the 140 and hope. Well, those cover shots have been so good. He doesn't care about the math anymore. He just wants to get some sort of pressure on the shot here, Peter. He might only get the one dart for double. And it is one dart for double 16.
30. Uruguay 84.
Chance he has to take. So one dart at the ball.
37.
It's a bit edgy, isn't he?
Uruguay 32.
He won't be panicking, I'm sure, John, after he was 4-1 down to Ratajski at the first break, and he's 3-0 down here. But this leg, I feel, is absolutely crucial on the Vandenberg throw. Got to get a foothold in this final.
Well, they can't liken this match to the semi-final, simply because Peter will not facilitate all those missed darts at double as Krzysztof Ratajski did to help Dimi get back into the game. It was leg after leg after leg of misses from Krzysztof, and I just cannot picture that happening from Peter Wright.
Wright checking out at 45% over the tournament. Still averaging around his tournament average, 94. Nothing special or spectacular in terms of scoring after those 118s apiece in the opening leg. But this will explode at some stage during the evening, I'm sure. Peter Wright has talked the talk, and so far he's walking the walk. He said before a dart was thrown he would win this World Match Play. There was no one who could beat him. Got a little bit of confidence.
Uruguay 170.
But he's right so far.
He is. And speaking of confidence, this shot could provide some to Dimitri. What's going to happen is he gets down to those really comfortable double 19s, leaves a double 18.
Uruguay 116.
But this a break chance, 116 for maybe the first ton plus out of the final. Needs the treble. Just too high. So a little bit of comfort for Dimitri if he can get it done. It's a good one.
26.
Much needed. No reaction. But I'll tell you what, inside, the feeling will be one of relief.
43.
Now, an opening for Vandenberg.
Well, and as it happens, that was the best leg of the match so far, 14 dart leg.
100.
And if the simple answer to not winning legs is to play better, he's doing that.
Good adjustment.
100.
First time the pair have ever met in a big TV ranking major. They played in the Premier League, but
97.
this is extra special. Little doubt in the world of darts, it's the second biggest tournament to win. The prestige of winning on this Blackpool stage.
99. To meet you, 164.
He's got it started. Can't quite keep it going.
132.
At least 32.
Yeah, he give himself a great chance to get back on track. So it was 3-0 down, Dimitri van den Bergh.
98. Dimitri Uruguay.
And this would get us back on track.
And Dimitri sizes up the double 16. It's a little awkward, steps to the right, opens up the target once again. But gets to the other side of it, but it's okay. He still has the range, and just inside. He wouldn't have said that was possible, that it would have had to make contact and get into double. But it wasn't to be, and Peter looking to punish.
Oh, that is punishment. It's 4-1, and Dimitri van den Bergh has missed 9 darts of double in the opening section of the final. A lot of people thought that Dimitri's doubling could be the key. So far, it's proved to be. Wright leads 4-1. Big moments in this match play final. 1, 2, 3. Missed at double 16 for 3-2. 1 dart in hand. Bang on target. And it's 4-1 to Peter Wright in the final of the World Match Play. And the key stat there, John Park, in the green column under Van den Bergh. 1 out of 10 on the doubles.
Yeah, and in contrast, Peter very good, over 50%, 4 of 7. Just what you want. Usually that's the winning sort of a number in that category for a champion.
It's been a fantastic week, hasn't it? See the crowds back here at the Winter Gardens, full houses, and we've seen some brilliant darts. Of course, it's been terrific to see our colleague Rod Studd back in the commentary box some 14 months after he suffered a stroke. And a big thanks to the sponsors, Betfred, who have donated £33,000 this week through 180s to the Stroke Association. But clearly, apart from being more consistent on his doubles, what's Dimitri got to do? Got to match Peter Wright on the scoring as well by the looks.
Well, he kind of was a long time in the semi-final, just sort of seeming to have energy, if you will.
134.
And maybe it's an adrenaline build-up. We know he handles himself very well, but he just needs to get going, is the only way I can put it.
130.
His throw is being attacked heavily here. So he needs to have a staunch defense, which he has as well.
Great response. Brave dance from the Belgian.
$131.
What a leg after 9 darts, one on 47, the other on 60. He's coming out of a break, just bang into it, double 16.
Well done. More than that, John, he had the confidence to stay on double 16, and he could have, from 47 there, he could have chosen his double.
Yeah.
And after having problems over on double 16, he was stubborn.
Yes.
But he was stubborn with success.
But the point there is, at this early, at this long a match, you really can't afford to abandon the double this early, because you can't play the length they've got remaining without ever going to that double again. So it's a good thing he sorted it out now.
57.
You want to be able to go to anywhere on the board with confidence during the course of a match. And if you do get something that's kind of betrayed you, you only want to make that decision very late in the match and avoid it.
132.
Yeah, just couldn't see a pathway through to the treble 20.
Oh, he's throwing some blistering darts after returning from the break. He hasn't won a leg yet.
134.
He's pushed his average up to 100 for the first time in the final.
Yes.
Dimitri's improving as well, as we promised they would.
83.
Yeah, unlucky with that last one.
$58. And you've got 149.
Well, normally would think that would be an opening of some kind, but his lead is that good. He'll at least come back for the 89.
For Will van der Bergh beyond 72. It's all about timing, isn't it, in darts, so much of the time. Oh, brilliant from Wright. It's in. It is, Peter. Double 16 to see off van der Bergh in this leg. That was a superb finish. The 180, Dimitri must have thought, just give me a chance. Give me a dart. Not a bit of it. Five out of 8 on the doubles now for Peter Wright. And 3 out of 4 on double 16, which is where Dimitri has been struggling.
Yeah, 5-2 leg score here, Stuart. But only the one break of throw in the match. That one rather sloppy leg was in 20 darts.
Important last one. My, was that an important treble? Can't afford to go another break of throwdown, you feel, even at this early stage of the final. What about this?
There's some timing for you, Stuart. This 127, that's going to be the biggest outshot of the match if he can get it. Treble 19. No. And this would hurt. 11 dart leg to just obliterate.
Average up to 104, John, now. You know what he wants. And you know what he gets. It's another break of throw. It's 6-2. And Dimitri van der Bergh focusing, trying to concentrate, trying to get himself motivated. But it's Dimitri's landlord who's in the box seat.
140. 166.
Now we see 3 180s apiece. The 140's almost level. And Dimitri just ahead in that. And right ahead in the 100 plus. And I think what we're seeing is statistically in this match, Dimitri Vandenberg's kind of caught up to Peter. Unfortunately, he's losing ground on the legs.
81.
Well, so far in this final, John, Peter Wright has won all the big moments.
Dimitri's not really catching up too well on that doubles category either. He's losing ground as Peter improves at a better rate than he is.
133.
Great cover shooting, giving himself a chance. Wright looking at a 140. Well, just a ton would do. Brilliant dart. Well, he's had a go at this once before. Came nowhere near. 132 for Vandenberg.
Also nowhere near. Just a setup. We gotta hope.
460. BT require 80.
Oh, what a bitter pill this would be for the Belgian to swallow. Peter Wright is dishing out the medicine. It's tungsten medicine. And Dimitri Vandenberg doesn't like it. It's 7-2. It's 7 out of 10 on the doubles in the match play final.
$434.
Let's see how aggressive Peter can be here.
140.
He's at least keeping pace, and Dimitri must be feeling very uncomfortable right at this moment.
As each leg goes by, the pressure intensifies, doesn't it, for the defending world match play champion. But just has to, John, win this leg on his throw. But he's powerless. So this power scoring. 106.22. 4 180s. And that brilliant timing again.
Yeah, punishing a 60 score from Dimitri. And another trebleless visit. It's all rights to have to move ahead 8-2.
He looks crestfallen, doesn't he, Dimitri Vandenberg? This is just relentless.
Yeah.
Magnificent match play darts from Peter Wright.
And Dimitri is beginning to get an idea of how Michael van Gerwen felt last night. Because Michael played very well, averaged over 100. And that's what Dimitri's been doing of late. Just dipped below in this leg, but what an effort. Tops now for 8-2. And it's 8-2 for Peter Wright. As you just can't go wrong. And Dimitri Vandenberg has been valiantly trying to solve the puzzle, but too many missed doubles early on that led to this huge deficit of 6 legs. Join us when we return to the final.
Well, look at that. 73% on the doubles. And Dimitri Vandenberg struggling. Not playing that badly, but being outplayed, John Park. Peter Wright, though, still needs 10 legs. Dimitri's got to get himself motivated somehow.
Yes, this is the furthest thing from a sprint that we have. He needs another 10. Doesn't matter how well he's played. Doesn't matter that he has 105.5 average. No, he's got to prove himself now.
Peter through first.
It seems insane, but He's got work to do.
Well, during the break, John, you said, we were talking off there, and you said this is textbook darts. Explain what you mean.
Yeah, well, the last 4 legs, Peter held his throw twice in 14, which is effective holding quality, and 2 breaks of throw in 12 and 11. And that is how you win any kind of dart match. You get the breaks of throw 12 or less, and you throw your legs in 15 or less, and you're going to do very well if you can do that every time.
There we go. It was a quiet start, wasn't it, from both players? But Van den Bergh paying the price for missing 7 darts at double in 2 legs. But look at that from Peter Wright in that last little session. Won 4 legs on the spin. And as John says, breaking in 12 and 11. 3 breaks of throw is a big, big ask for the Belgian. How good is this? Very good is the answer.
Joyfully good.
Psychologically, it's affecting Van den Bergh, isn't it? But Peter Wright is playing so well. It's just difficult to see a way back for Dimitri. But we have seen some amazing comebacks.
But I think it's ridiculous because Dimitri wants to be able to do something that Peter hasn't done. And Peter really hasn't left too much undone here. He needs something special. He wants to distinguish himself, Dimitri, to get a foothold back in the match. Could it be something like a 9-dart attempt or a couple of big outs back-to-back? Something. He needs something special, Dimitri.
So it's a spark, a flame.
And more than just one occurrence.
Now, 2 lift doubles, a rare event. Is the 1-3-4 the moment you were talking about?
Could be the ignition.
Oh, 96. If you require 10.
Now this is important. Now it's Peter Wright's turn to miss. 5 darts he's missed. Now does Van den Bergh go straight at it, or does he split? Looks like he's going to split. 6 to 32. Wright misses for the first time in this final, and it's Dimitri Van den Bergh who dishes out the punishment.
Yeah, it's a good leg to get there for Dimitri, but I still feel like he feels like he's a showman sort of thing, and he plays better if he can get those crowd pleasers in. He'll be looking for his morale's sake to get such a shot.
8 out of 11, become 8 out of 16 on the doubles. Those 5 darts missed for a 9-2 lead. Remember in the semi-finals, Peter Wright missed a few darts, didn't he, to go 11-4 up on Michael van Gerwen, and we saw Van Gerwen storm back into the semi-final before Peter Wright put his foot on the accelerator again. That's better, that's more confident. Leg by leg, showing the domination of Peter Wright in this final.
93.
9 180s.
Oh, 127.
Even winning this little session 3-2 would be a plus for Van den Bergh, because he would break the throw and he'd just chip away at the lead. If he could win it 4-1, then it would be game on. Double 8. This is better. Now it's interesting. Back-to-back legs for Van den Bergh for the first time in the final.
Yeah, and another thing that Dimitri could possibly have in his favor as the match progresses is possibly stamina. Much younger man. Could be something which gives him a little bit of an edge later on if he can keep it going.
423.
Signs that he's throwing a little quicker, maybe.
Yeah, if he had been trying to keep the pace down, he's realizing that really doesn't matter with Peter Wright. He plays just about any pace.
28.
Wright won't be too worried about losing those legs. I think he'll be more angry at missing those 5 darts at a double than he's been so accurate.
Yeah, I'm laughing though because he missed 5 darts at a double and his double percentage is still 50%. That's how good he was before that. How good he is still. 50%.
Go on, man.
140.
10th 140 instead of a 6th 180, but still averaging 104 and change here, Peter Wright. Down to finish, 93 after 9 darts.
140. Figuring on 93.
He might go double 19 here.
57.
It's one of those moments.
Figuring on 113.
Double 19. Well, it was a chance.
50.
Made a mess of it.
36.
This to restore a 5-leg advantage. I think his heart would have been racing.
Yes, and cool but cruel for Dimitri to have to wait for that 3rd dart to finally get in and realize he wasn't getting to it another chance, not going to escape that one. And what's interesting is Dimitri in this match, he started 6 legs before this one. 3 times he's been broken, Stewart, but his 3 holds he's held in 14 darts, 12 and 12. So he has been pretty good on his throw in some respect, even though he's been broken half the time.
Well, he could be in trouble in this leg on throw.
434.
He has been in this World Match Play tournament the best hitter of treble 19 consistently. Dimitri van den Bergh. This guy's not been bad at this target either.
Yeah, I was thinking, is he the best at that target? Because I can't imagine who would be better.
79 180s between them. These two.
439.
Good thinking from Van den Bergh, but what's Peter Wright going to leave? I used the word relentless earlier, John. Here's another one for you. Ruthless.
Yeah, the 2 R's you don't want to play against.
57. If you require 36.
So double 18. 13 dart leg.
And to the 14 leg, Peter.
And a 6-leg margin once again.
Peter to throw first. Game on.
World champion, UK Open champion, Masters champion, European champion. The World Match Play champion would just top it all off. I'm sure for Peter Wright. Should have been the Premier League champion. Remember missing 6 starts to win it against Michael van Gerwen.
Did I say 13 dart leg? That was a 10 dart leg. Wow.
Philip Taylor, Gary Anderson, Michael van Gerwen, Rob Cross. That elite gathering who've won the World Championship of the World Match Play. Have a look at the bottom of the screen. All the darts coming up very soon here on Sky Sports. all culminating in the World Championship.
140.
Back in business at the Ali Pali on the 15th of December. Final on January the 3rd. Tickets go on general sale this Thursday.
93.
10-4. Superb performance from Peter Wright.
Now, well, based on what we're seeing here in Blackpool, I don't think those tickets are going to last too long out there.
43.
Fantastic finals night atmosphere. Fantastic darts. As deserves a final in the World Match Play.
Giving him a chance.
158.
To break just before a third break.
Stunning.
Absolutely.
Stunning. 87.
Well, this, you feel, has to go. Maybe to stay in the match. He needs the ball. Massive! Huge start from Dimitri van den Bergh, and maybe that is the spark that lights the flame of a comeback. Terrific performance from both, but it's Peter Wright who's doing it right and leads. First to 18 to be the champ. Peter Wright leads 10-5. To the World Match Play final. Dimitri van den Bergh needed this, and the relief tells you everything. There we go. The young Belgian cuts the deficit to 10-5. He's still got it all to do. Peter Wright with an 104 average. That's his tournament average. Dimitri van den Bergh, that's his tournament average as well. But look at the double success. That's the difference. John, have you seen anything in Dimitri to think that, do you know what, we know it's still a game, but they can actually overtake Peter and win this?
Well, if anything, the last dart we saw thrown in the match, that bullseye to take the last leg, and just showed some heart.
Yes.
He's got something special and magical, and he knows it. We all know it. He's playing someone of the same ilk. So he's got to find a way to upstage Peter more often than the vice versa, which is what's been happening in the procession so far.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier in commentary about he's a showman and he kind of wants to show off.
Yes,
but to show off, he needs to do special things. So one goes hand in hand with the other.
And it's hard sometimes because you want to be original as well. You can't show off by doing what your opponent just did.
Oh, of course.
Right? You need your own act. That's why I never wore one of those Hawaiian shirts.
137.
All I had was my act. Dimitri van den Bergh throwing first. He can cut the deficit to 4 legs. Remember, he was 8-2 down. Just being 4 legs away was looking unlikely. Got to 8-4. Peter went 10-4. So if he can reel off another, he'll have won 4 of the last 6. Making inroads.
And it's still, Peter, 8 legs away from championship.
Nowhere near it, is he?
No, he really isn't. It's a lot of work to be done.
65.
I remember being 10-10 with Phil Taylor at the break in the final, John. I won 2 more legs.
Well, before the last series of 5 legs, the last session, Stewart suggested that if Dimitri could win 3 of those, he'd still be in with a chance. And in fact, that's exactly what he did, because he got the break, one break back in that session. So he's sort of building towards something. And Stewart identified he's got a pace of comeback coming now.
Indeed.
That he can work with.
Yeah, like I said, this could be the fourth leg win for him in 6. Double 8. That's magnificent from Dimitri van den Bergh, and he's feeling it now. Oh, yeah. That's brilliant. I love the way, John, that he wanted to use that marker for the 20 to hit the 60 and then double 8 rather than double 18 tops. He's feeling a bit more confident here.
I just love the flair and the celebration. I like that emotion that, okay, it's about me now.
Yeah.
Sorry, the show's not about you anymore. That's the attitude he's trying to project.
Oh, I think so.
Composure as well on that double 8. Tournament stats of doubling. 36% for van den Bergh and 45 for Peter Wright. That's quite a discrepancy. So every time Dimitri's on a double, the memories, John, even though he's won matches, of course, to get here, he has been fluffing his lines quite often on the outer ring.
Well, and when you're suspect in that way, that requires you to be a better scorer than your opponent in the match, and you can make up for it. But that's the only way, really. Otherwise, you're going to lose.
There we see.
Peter Wright, 50% in the match. In the final, 10 of 20. Only 3 more attempts at double than van den Bergh, which might be a little surprising.
Yeah. 7th maximum. Saw there Peter Wright's tournament average of 104. Phil Taylor holds that record of 106.31. The second highest is Phil Taylor. The third highest is Phil Taylor, and the fourth and the fifth.
Is there anyone on the list not named Phil?
Let me have a look. Hold on page 7. The answer is no. 11-6. And that stops I'm going to call it a mini rock, John. It's only 2 legs he lost, but when you are leading 10-6, you certainly don't want to lose another. It's one of those leads that Peter had at 8-2 where you're thinking that he's just going to coast to victory. I don't think nowadays it kind of works out like that so simply. Van den Bergh averaging 99. Just think about that for a minute. Getting walloped averaging 9 a ton. In years gone by, that was, without doubt, championship winning form.
140.
Stats are on the screen and they change. I like seeing them change.
Magnificent.
13th of the match as we see.
How many, John? How many?
13th. 84.
Both on 84 after 9.
14 or treble. What a great dart. Double 11. That is sweet. That's sublime. And he's talking to himself, thinking, do you know what? I'm in this. I've got a chance now.
I think he was maybe thinking, you know what, I just had a lot of heat on my back there, and I just got out of it nicely because he held his throw. It's a good feeling either way.
can see Peter Wright's trousers there as he just stepped in to the hockey. Look at those. There's a little story behind those. I was chatting with Joe Wright, Peter's better half. I hope he won't mind me saying that. He ordered those 3 months ago, and he said the first time they're going to see the light of day is in the World Match Play Final. That's confidence, John. He said it.
58.
Look at them, stating them. Who'd wear them? Sheesh.
Palm trees on there.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I like all palm trees, John. Come on.
All it needs is a coconut and a pineapple, and you're in.
I just thought I pulled the look off.
60.
I said it before, say it again. You've got to be good to dress in attire like that. Look at him, look. Just 4 legs in it.
140.
He's done really well, Dimitri. On 3 of the last 4. Peter Wright still averaging 105. It isn't because he's feeling the pace. It isn't because he's missing. It's because Dimitri van den Bergh is now averaging a ton. Both players have different ways of throwing, but very economical.
You require 80.
I don't think there's anyone more economical than Dimitri van den Bergh playing darts at the moment. Just moves that forearm. Tops now. For his 12th leg. Brutal. Spiteful. Evil. Good. Yes, very. Well, they might be friends, but that winning mentality is in there. 2 very softly spoken men.
Well, you say that, but I think that perhaps Dimitri takes to the microphone in a much more natural fashion than Peter. He seems to enjoy that. Yes, I think he embraces it rather wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I think the world is with you on that one. Dimitri van den Bergh, just 27 years of age. He's been a quarter-finalist in the World Championships twice. Made his debut in the Premier League this year. That was a fantastic outing, even though it ended in disappointment for him. Won on tour this year, quarter-final in the UK Open last year. With darts like that, now averaging 102. That's his 6th.
You require 81.
Well, we haven't had a ton plus finish. Are we going to see an attempt at one? I don't think so. Maybe Dimitri's going to deny that attempt. It's the 12s again. Yes. Double 13.
55.
I had a hunch and it was wrong.
170.
Well, is it many of these in his career? He'd love this one. Not this time, but Dimitri's on a...
Awkward.
Yes. It's all about the first dart, John, isn't it?
65.
You want to start going inside, even though you want to be aggressive.
I think on these you always got to be aggressive the first time. So if you go inside, you get it out of the way.
Yeah, got to be aggressive.
See, now you got to be kind of, you know, now he's got a marker. He has to move over to use it. Dimitri van den Bergh. A little dancing there, not part of the normal show, but it gets him a double done. He's 4 back. He's got his mind where he wants it. We can see as he walks out. Join us in again when we return to the final.
Dimitri van den Bergh. Left double 13. Moved over. Open the bed and fire. Gets it. Needed that. He really did. It's now 12-8. Still that 4 legs behind, but he's upped it. Averaging just shy of 101. Peter Wright 105. And as you can see now, the double success. They've both thrown 22 darts at a double. So effectively, Peter Wright has kind of stopped outscoring Dimitri. And interestingly, John, as we know, the players kind of break them down, and we have breaks after every 5 legs. Peter Wright won the first 2 sessions, but Dimitri has won the last 2, 3-2, 3-2. So he's doing a lot more right now than he has done at any other part in the game. He must feel good about himself.
The biggest problem he has is the sessions Peter won, it was 4-1, 4-1 as opposed to 3-2, 3-2.
Correct.
Yes.
And also, I feel that what is going against him is that Peter's just getting slightly closer to the finishing line. So he may run out of, can't play for time, but he effectively may run out of it.
Well, he's still closer to Peter than Peter is to the finish line. And in my mind, that if I'm in that position behind, I still feel like I'm pretty viable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling like if I play well, I can make it right.
Yeah. Peter is nowhere near right.
Make it past right.
The volley averages going by. Dimitri really cannot afford any kind of slip-ups, especially on throw, but he's going to need to break a couple of times. He's going to think of winning this. So every time Peter holds, it's kind of a little bit of pain for van den Bergh.
Well, an exceptional leg following a break, and Peter's come off the break well, hasn't he? Nice easy 11 setup. A hold throw. Double 16. And that's that. 11-yard leg, and he's back 5 in front. 5 away from the finish line.
Yeah. It's at that point, John. Dimitri really cannot be broken, can he?
No, no. He must just immediately beat back against Peter's efforts.
And tons when you kick off, but they're not really enough. They're not going to put Peter under pressure.
Yeah, the sort of weak tons in this situation when you're defending and you're down. Let me see, Dimitri at 100 average, but Peter Wright
121,
107 average.
Yeah, if Peter ends with that average, that will be the 4th highest in, well, actually 3rd highest in final history. Phil Taylor's got 109.47. He beat James Wade in 2008. And the record in the finals, 111.23. He beat Adrian Lewis on that occasion, 18-3. Adrian Lewis was terrible in that game, averaging just 105.92.
Okay. Was there anyone not named still on that list?
161.
No.
Oh. I guess that's why his name is on the trophy.
Yeah.
64.
Michael had a really poor 103.93 against Phil.
His name just doesn't appear 16 times on the trophy for winning it. It is, in fact, the Phil Taylor Trophy.
So it's actually on there 17 times.
Yeah.
140. Monsieur required 97.
He's under pressure again. With the help of that 140. van den Bergh is going 54 for 24.
73. Did you require 62?
All of a sudden, John, it seems that Wrighty was making a run for the finishing line. 20 for 32. If this goes in, this is more pain. It's pain. It hurts.
Peter Wright. 23rd leg is Peter to throw first.
Yeah, that's 4 legs away with the throw. Dimitri is trying to regroup back at his table, but it's got to be panic now, just inside. He's got to be this tremendous battle to compose himself to get to the line and get something special out. Well, you have to admire this. You have to admire it. What heart!
It's difficult to keep composed and to keep ploughing on. And your opponent is as relentless as this from Peter Wright. He averaged 110 last night, and now he's averaging just shy of 107 tonight. He said he would win it 9 days ago, but hold on. We haven't seen a 9-darter in this event since 2018. Peter Wright missed double 12 yesterday. Can Dimitri van den Bergh nail it?
Well, I suggested earlier he needed something special far and above beyond what Peter's done here.
60.
Wow, to set up after he lost that chance at a 9, to then hit treble to leave double 8. Just fantastic composure.
Indeed, John. Absolutely.
Dimitri requires 16.
For a 10-dart break of throw. Drama.
The heartless ones who scripted this. As a 120 now, to hold throw for Peter would be the biggest injustice of the week.
He should go left. No, he's going ball. No, he's changed his mind. Hold on, he's going left. I said this 20 minutes ago. Go left. Well, the uncertainty, John, he never settled, did he?
I think he made the right choice. He just missed.
60.
2 balls would have been filthy.
Well, it's been a filthy leg. This madhouse has not let Dimitri get out yet. Just under that one.
He moved over to use the previous dart as a marker and just pulled it. Oh, things unravelling for Dimitri van den Bergh. Big moment. And he's up to it. Of course, he's up to it. The 2020 world champ is now in total control against the 2020 world match play champ. Just 3 more legs. Is that the look of a man that thinks he's got away, John? Or is that the look of a man who's kind of ruining the missed opportunities and is just about to just, I don't know, plough on? Plough on.
I think there's one thing we say with certainty. The man loves to throw darts on that stage.
Yeah.
Win or lose, he loves performing.
9 180s apiece.
Okay, 2 legs on the trot here. Why not?
This is madness.
Let's have dart 7 this time, though. Let's have it. You might need it too, because Peter's hot on your trail. Hot on the trail. No mercy.
60. Four 180s in his last 4 scoring visits.
Yet to win a leg in those 2 legs. Peter Wright, the merciless, proceeds.
Leads
88.
Yeah.
To meet you require 82.
Bullseye for 32. 39 or 57.
42.
Well, he's cleaned it up, but that first start was just dragged low. Maybe a sign of tension. Peter Wright to move within 2 legs, wants 60 double 14. 18 or treble. Can he get the bullseye?
63.
It's a bit of a let-off for Bergh.
Means you require 40.
Just racing his heart. After all those 180s, and he's thinking, how can I not pick up a leg? I have to hit this. This double 10 now. Double 5. Desperation.
25% on his doubles compared to Peter Wright's 56. That's the only stat you need to know. That's the difference. 69.
And you know what? That was the difference in the early going. That was the difference after 10 legs of the match.
Yep.
That's been the difference the whole match.
Yep.
Because there are 10 180s each in this match.
Wright leading 16-8. Looks as cool as a cucumber standing behind Dimitri Bergh. Just taking it all in his stride.
140.
He's won the biggest prize in world darts, so he's not going to fall to come the finishing line. Dimitri Bergh, John, simply to avoid defeat has to do something quite improbable.
Well, he's just going to try and scrape everything he can out of this, and
134.
You just never know. Peter just looks way too composed to even consider a meltdown of any sort. I think he could miss 6 consecutive darts for double Peter right now, and he still wouldn't phase him going into the next leg.
Yeah.
He'd still be just, okay, I'm about to win.
So 34.
Yes. He's really keeping himself. And what's fun now, okay, he's potentially 2 legs from winning. But what's really fun if you think about it, look how calm he looks. But we know underneath how emotional he is. How it's boiling under there. How does he keep that face? How does he keep that game face?
You're asking the wrong man. 42. Well, Peter Wright. These pop finishes that Dimitri Bergh has been so adept at taking throughout this event kind of eluded him in this match. Treble 14. Can he get the bullseye this time? Dimitri cannot look. He cannot look. He didn't want to look, and he was right not to look. And that is the worst thing he could have heard. Game shot and the leg, Peter Wright. Peter Wright leads Dimitri Bergh, the current holder of the world match play, by 17 legs to 8. Peter Wright is 501 points away from winning his first match play title. An amazing week of darts, but it may only be 501 points away from concluding. That man, Peter Wright, leads Dimitri Bergh, the current world match play champion. 17 legs to 8, 104.99 average. Dimitri Bergh, what a defence. Isn't over yet, but it seems inevitable. The doubling percentage is still the story, John.
Yeah, it has been throughout the match, and really, there's been too many opportunities gone by the wayside for Dimitri. Whereas Peter Wright, 59%, significantly better than he's been in the tournament long. So he's actually improved in the final. And it's hard to beat a man who's played as well as he did getting here if he improves in the final.
Yeah, stunning. He said he would win it.
140.
And potentially Peter Wright avenging Scotland from last year's loss in the final.
Yeah.
Gary Anderson, the victim of Dimitri van den Bergh last year.
And the closest anyone's got to Peter Wright is Michael. Well, it was actually Joe Cullen. Joe Cullen got within 6 legs. Danny Noppert got within 8 legs in the first round. In 10-2. Cullen, he beat 11-5. Michael Smith, he beat 16-7. And Michael van Gerwen in 17-10. He is routed the lot. And just before this event, he won a Pro Tour event that was 7 straight wins. So he's on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, he's forgotten how to lose. That's a nice thing to forget.
Yeah, what a thing, eh? When was the last time we lost Peter? I don't know. It was quite a while ago.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
Yeah. Obviously, just wants to get it done. Dimitri van den Bergh, I've been in this position. It's not pleasant. You kind of know you're going to lose. You don't give up. Of course, you don't give up. But you're just kind of waiting to get beat. It's not a nice feeling.
146.
And this potentially for the championship. Not to be on this visit.
130.
What a setup. He's won the last 5 legs, Peter. To stop that and to prolong the match, this has got to go. 48 for 32 to save the match. That's astonishing. That really is. That tells you a lot about Dimitri van den Bergh. Composure under this stress, John.
Yeah, well, that was special, and I guess it's sort of a milestone. If you're going to lose, it's a 2 legs to 1 ratio, 18-9, and maybe he's looking at it that way. Now the next thing he can maybe do is get double digits, and yeah, he's just got to take them one at a time. It's all he can do.
Yes, all he can do. You're right. 1 leg, and then just, if he can, make Peter just feel that little bit jittery.
I don't think Peter would begin to feel jittery until maybe 17-13.
I was actually thinking 14, but yeah, I kind of agree.
100.
He's got this calming kind of way, isn't he, Peter?
Like, we'd be panicking now, but
I used to panic just walking in the doors of the Winter Gardens.
100.
Magnificent. Absolutely stunning. 301 tournament 180s, and Dimitri van den Bergh has just overtaken Peter in the 180s race in this match. 11-10.
You know what I like here, Wayne? I like that Dimitri's making Peter earn this.
Yes.
He's not letting him just get through it easy.
Yeah.
He's really making him work. It's the least he can do, right?
Yeah. In tennis, there's a thing about you make them serve it out. Darts is the same.
Injury bar 156.
60-60, 36. Quite simple for the title. Wow. Wow. Double 18. Double 18.
138.
Well, if you thought the 105 was special, this 161 would be super duper special.
Super duper. It may well be super. No.
You forgot the duper.
Injury bar 18.
Peter Wright needs a simple double 9. And he's done it! Peter Wright is the World Match Play Champion. The 2020 World Match Play Champion congratulates him. What a tournament this has been. What a final it's been. With an average of 105.90. Two friends hug, but it was Peter Wright who was just better than his opponent tonight. John, with a 58% checkout rate. You've been there, you've seen it, you've done it. That was the difference, wasn't it?
Yeah, just all solid. Every aspect of his game. You can look at the numbers and say, yes, those are good. Yes, that's good. 10-1-8 is yes. 58%, 105. It just, you can't look at any aspect of it like he did anything wrong. And he handled this young Belgian.
Peter Wright wrestles the trophy from the grip of Dimitri van den Bergh, who has put up one hell of a defence. That man, Peter Wright, he now has won the World Championship, now the World Match Play. He is one of the greatest dart players, one of the finest dart players, one of the finest men that darts has ever had. There he is, with his special strides that he put aside for this evening. From day one, he said, I will win the World Match Play. There was a few doubting Nellies. I was one of them. Now folly. And there is what they're playing for. Look at that. The Phil Taylor Trophy. Let's hand over to John McDonald for the presentation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a truly fantastic week. And we couldn't have done it without you. Seeing you all back has really made this final very, very special. And now it's time for our presentation. Would you please welcome the Chief Executive of the Professional Darts Corporation, Mr. Matthew Porter. And ladies and gentlemen, we know him as the boss of Betfred. It's the one and only Fred Dunn. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our runner-up receiving the silver salver and £70,000, and it goes to the Dreammaker, Dimitri van den Bergh. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, as we crown our winner, winning the magnificent Phil Taylor Trophy, £150,000. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time in his career, we crown him the Betfred World Match Play Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Snakeboy Peter.
Peter, just you first. Peter. Peter, many congratulations. Not many a world champion and match play champion. How much does this mean?
This is for Joe.
Ready? Okay. we know you're such a family man, and this is such a special night. And this will go down one of the greatest nights of your life.
I didn't hear a word said.
This will go down as one of the greatest nights of your life for so many reasons over the last few months.
Yeah, obviously. To be, the match play last year's champion, Dimitri, is a very special friend. He just proved to the world how he can play. Obviously, he missed a lot of doubles and let me in today. And otherwise, it's very difficult work to try and get this off of him.
Are we looking at a future world champion then?
Definitely world champion. Definitely.
Let's talk about you as well. There's some very, very famous faces up there, some legends. You're going to be up there now. You said, look at the banners, you're going to be on that banner next year. It's a beautiful trophy, it's a special trophy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Darts players have always said how special the match play is.
An amazing looking trophy, and Dimitri worked really, really hard last year when he was round mine. He was on the board like from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock every night, and that's why he come and won it. And he's a better player now.
But we'll have a quick word with Dimmy, and I'll finish off you in a minute, Peter. Dimmy. Dimmy, I know it's an emotional night. I know it's a very emotional night. But tell us how you feel.
Well, you just asked me how I'm feeling. My heart is in pain, but I've gave my heart. I've fought my heart, and I've got to say so much thank you to everybody here. Thank you. But today, Peter Wright, that man, he's a deserved winner.
Dimmy. Peter, Dimmy, happy tears, and everybody, Dimitri, it's going to be a day.
Thank you so much! Oh yeah!
But Peter, just one more. I know Dimmy's like a little brother to. He's about to be a father, so it's happy tears as well. But just for you personally, you said you were going to win this world match play, and you've done it. What was it? Why was the confidence was there? What was clicking? Did just everything go right over the last few weeks with the prep?
To be honest, these trousers, I got them 3 months ago. And I said I'm going to wear them in the match play final 3 months ago. So I knew mentally.
One final question, Peter. You're the world match play champion. What else are you going to win this year?
I already told you, do the double. Put a pound on it.
There we go.
For the world championship.
Everybody, the world match play champion, Peter Wright.
Well, he did say he was going going to win it, didn't he? And he wasn't wrong. The 2020 world champion came close to winning this prestigious event 4 years ago, beaten in the 2017 final by Phil Taylor. But he is now the world match play champion. He has been majestic at times here at the Winter Gardens. There were victories over Danny Noppert, Joe Cullen, Michael Smith. That semi-final win over Michael van Gerwen last night, one of the special performances that will be remembered for some time on that very special stage. And then tonight, the dismantling really of the defending champion. He has been rampant, he has been relentless, he has been ridiculously good all week, Wayne.
He was kind of faultless again, if you will. It's not about averages, but everything he was doing was right. His timing was good. He beat a man with 100 average, and he made him look kind of second best all the way. Peter Wright's a special player, we know that, but he's come here with all the confidence in the world, and he's shown the world that when they kind of all play relatively well, he's still one of the very best, and if not, right now, as we stand over long formats, John, maybe the man to beat over the long formats.
Well, yeah, he's certainly got the complete game that survives the long format very well. No rough patches on doubles to really kill much of the momentum. But the scoring, he's got that. Just every phase of it he's got together right now. And Peter Wright, he seems solid. There's not any doubts in his head. Every move he's making seems to be the right one. And I really think it's fantastic how he followed up an A double plus performance last night in the semi against Michael van Gerwen with one not quite as good on average, but every bit as good because it's the final against Dimitri van den Bergh, who was the second best in this event. And he managed to handle him in the same fashion. And that's really impressive. And he just stamped total ownership of this event. He didn't squeak through to the title. He demanded it, and he took it.
Almost a level up as well from his World Championship winning performance.
I was reading out his wins in commentary. The closest anyone got was within 6 legs. That is dominance. That is just beating your opponent down. That is not giving them a chance. We've seen winners, we've seen runner-ups of this event before, where they've kind of got through by the skin of their teeth, having to work really hard, having to take out big shots all the time. Peter didn't have to do that because one reason, he was in total control of his game. He's in total control of himself. And I've got to say, when he said this is for Joe and started crying, I went at that point. I just love it when it's a family affair. That for me, and that's wonderful. And Joe's been going through turmoil. That's Dad there, and as a unit, and they are a unit. And you see Peter get emotional there. It's fabulous to see.
Talk about family affair. Just a word on Dimitri van den Bergh as well, who showed some real heart at times tonight.
Well, yeah, much like Michael last night, he refused to just stop playing. He kept giving every single thing he had. He even tried to get 9-dart legs going, and he thrilled this audience. He may have given them more thrills than Peter in some ways tonight. He is a showman. He is a brilliant dart player, and he's just getting started overall. So, yeah, I think it's a wonderful experience for Dimitri. He didn't win it, but he'll look back on this and be very pleased with how he comported himself.
Up to number 5 in the world. He'll have many, many more special moments to come, won't he?
Yeah, it's not really an age thing either. He's 27, but he's showing championship winning form time and time again. It's taken something special to knock him off that world match play perch, if you will. I've got so much time for Dimitri as a player. I think he's special. The way he throws the game, the way he carries himself, and even the way he entertains the crowd. I believe these are so important for our sport. We want entertainers. Robots are fine. Peter Wright goes about, he dresses extravagantly.
You're a massive fan of those trousers.
Yeah, I am, But look, it's about the product. These two up there right now, they couldn't have done the game of darts more prouder if they tried.
John, it's been an incredible 9 days, hasn't it? And being back here at the Winter Gardens as well, it's been special.
It's been a relief. and a joy, and then we had all the excitement, and it's so wonderful to have this and to now look forward to what's next. I'm greedy. What's next? But yeah, I think this tournament delivered in every way possible. Anyone that thought it wasn't going to be what it used to be certainly found out very quickly that it was going to be great from the start. Every night, the matches started off hotly contested. Every session, you could just tell that this means something and what it means. And we could see from the celebrations of Peter Wright just what it means.
John asking there what's next. Well, Peter Wright has only managed half of the bet so far. He's won the World Match Play, still the World Championship to come.
Yeah, there's the World Match Play. He hasn't won the Premier League yet, so maybe he's got the World Championship and the Premier League already lined up. But look, we've got plenty of events for him to play in, but it's really important for players like Peter. He's still got so much energy. Peter, remember, you're late in the morning, you're over 50, pal. He wants to win events that he's never won before, so the Premier League is definitely on that list, and as we know, he's come close in the past, but he's got to just milk this moment now for everything it's got, and like I said, as a family unit, they can go away, go home tomorrow, really enjoy this moment. It's quite heartwarming.
Well, I've enjoyed every moment with you guys.
Well, we've enjoyed your company.
We'll be back soon, but loads more to look forward to on. But it is Peter Wright who reigns here at the Winter Gardens. It's been lovely having your company over the past 9 nights. We'll see you soon.
Not sure I give you